Had a yawn there. Well, a little sleepy today. That weather is not making it any easier on us, is it? Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody today? Everybody good? Please note, I was like 30 seconds early. Hello, amazingness. Yay for me. Round of applause. Woo. Anybody running around in the rain? Did anybody do that? It's kind of chilly too, so maybe not. Maybe you guys are all snuggled in a blanket right now. Maybe a blanket fort. Hi, Miss Kathy. Good to see you. Yeah, Kathy, are we happy about the rain? I don't really know how this whole farming thing really works. So I don't know if we like it or if we needed to get some more planted first before we get it, or we want some now, we want some later, and we just, a little bit here and there maybe. Oh no, I do think it smells good though. I love fresh rain. Well, you guys, we're gonna get started today. I have two super funny good books today. I'm really excited. I have, first of all, I know we want to get back to school, right? Online learning is getting to be a little old, but when you can come back, please don't bring your alligator. Yes, we always need rain. Okay, good, then go rain, go. So today we are going to read, If You Ever Want to Bring an Alligator to School, Don't. And this is by Elise Parsley. And Elise is also the super cool illustrator, so she also did the pictures, which are really cute. If your teacher tells you to bring something from nature for show and tell, she means a hollow stick or a bird's nest or something sparkly rocks. She does not want you to bring an alligator. If you bring an alligator anyway, she'll tell you that alligators are trouble. You'll tell her that it's okay and that you know all about alligators. This alligator will be quiet and good, and he won't eat anyone. Cross your heart. But during spelling, your teacher will hear laughing. This is because the alligator will be showing you funny pictures. Your teacher will write your name on the board, Magnolia. And now you'll have to stand last in line for lunch. You'll take away the crayons and tell the alligator to be quiet and wait for show and tell. Then during art, an airplane will fly across the room. This is because the alligator will be showing you origami. Your teacher will draw a check by your name, Magnolia. And now you'll have to stay in from recess. You'll take away the paper and order the alligator to be good and wait for show and tell. During math, you'll notice the alligator is hungry. You'll give the alligator 3 pieces of your favorite gum and beg him to not eat anyone. For Pete's sakes, to wait for show and tell. The good thing is that you'll stop him from eating any kids. The bad thing is that the alligator will smack and twirl the gum. And your teacher will notice. She'll draw 2 more checks behind your name. Magnolia, check, check, check. And an underline. Now you'll have to go to the principal's office after school. During lunch, you won't even get to eat your egg and cheese sandwich because somebody will gobble up everything but the crust. But now, of course, you'll wish you'd brought a hollow stick or a bird's nest or some sparkly rocks for show and tell instead of an alligator. But now you'd rather have some dirt than an alligator. You'll wish this alligator would just go home. Well, here's what I would do if I were you. First, at show and tell, you'd sit quietly and learn about hollow sticks and a bird's nest and sparkly rocks. Then it'll be your turn. You'll tell how alligators are super big and how alligators have over 74 super sharp teeth and how alligators are super tough. It's a fact. They're strong and they're tough and they aren't scared of anything except other alligators and humans. Boga, 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 boga. Your teacher will be impressed. You might not even have to go to the principal's office for all that mischief on the day. But then again, you might have to. Yeah. If you ever want to bring an alligator to school, don't. They're trouble. The end. I like that picture. I think Mrs. Brown would say no alligators at school. I don't think she'd let that happen, kiddos. Okay, we have one more, but first of all, I had a little assistant today, and she drew the name for the winner on Friday for the $10 gift card over at the chiropractor. And that is for our very own Bev Dockin. I don't know if you guys can see that, but she got the Crosby Chiropractic massage chair. And then because there were such good emojis, I drew one more because I had a self-serve coupon. Ooh, 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 ooh. And that is the winner is our sweet little Miss Hannah Shaw. So, ladies, I will get those out to you in the mail. Congratulations. And thank you so much, you guys, for last week for posting on all our posts for Library Week. It was a fun, fun week. We love you, and so I hope you love the library just as much. So with that, I have one more awesome book. Now, we've read one of these before, but this is the next one. And it's one of my favorites. And it is That Crazy Miss Smith. And this one is Miss Smith Reads Again. And it is by Michael Garland. These stories just come to life like so much fun and so crazy, and I just love it all. School used to be humdrum and boring. Not anymore. Now that Miss Smith was his teacher, Zach looked forward to going every day. Each new day, Miss Smith would read a different tale from her incredible storybook. This book was like no other. When she read from it, the classroom would change and the story would come alive. And when it was over, everything would whoosh back into the book. Miss Smith would always remind the class when she began to read, remember, class, don't interfere with the characters or you'll change the story and it won't end the way it should. The story has to end, otherwise it won't go back into the book. One day, Miss Smith said, today we have a very special story. Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World. Zach was so excited because this story was about dinosaurs. Zach loved dinosaurs. As soon as Miss Smith started to read, the classroom began to change into the deepest, steamiest, most remote jungle of the Amazon. Then the class found themselves on a fallen tree that bridged the gap between the outside world and the steep cliffs of the plateau that was called the Lost World. Don't look down, Zach warned, as one by one they crossed over. When they reached the other side, they could feel the air was different. They heard strange bellowing sounds
echoing through the trees, and they saw some men off in the distance, threading their way through the prehistoric rainforest. Two of them wore khaki suits and helmets and carried backpacks. Who are they? Asked Sue-Ann. They're dinosaur hunting explorers, answered Miss Smith. Remember, don't bother them because you'll change the story and it may not end the way it should. They followed along until they came close enough to hear two explorers arguing. Miss Smith and the class hid in the bushes and listened. Professor Challenger, it is impossible for dinosaurs to still exist. There is simply no evidence, said the tall explorer. Professor Summerlee, I beg to disagree, answered the short one. As Challenger and Summerlee continued their heated debate, a huge Tyrannosaurus Rex stood up behind them. Zach's eyes stared at the jagged fangs of the T-Rex, but before Miss Smith could stop him, Zach screamed, "Look out behind you!" Both explorers turned. Then Professor Challenger snatched Summerlee away just before the T-Rex pounced on the pair of them. Run! Yelled Miss Smith as the class scattered in every direction. Do you need any more evidence, Professor Summerlee? Asked Zach as they looked for a place to hide. Zach knew the Tyrannosaurus was very nearsighted, so they ducked into some bushes, and the king of the dinosaurs raced off without eating anyone. Luckily, the professors, Zach and the rest of the class, managed to escape the T-Rex and find one another. But Miss Smith was nowhere to be seen. Oh no. Can you guys see her anywhere? Where is Miss Smith? Asked Sue-Ann. I don't see her anywhere. Just then, another dinosaur came into view. Some of the kids got ready to run away again, but Zach told them, "Don't worry, that's a stegosaurus. They're herbivores." Do you guys know what a herbivore is? Stegosauruses eat only vegetation, so they're harmless, just like big cows. We need to find Miss Smith right now. Maybe she's in danger. Don't forget, she has to finish reading the story, Zach told the class. Look, said Sue-Ann. Footprints. Let's follow them. It was easy for the class to follow Miss Smith's trail because her sneakers left very distinctive footprints in the mud. They followed the tracks for a short distance until suddenly they disappeared. Help! Help! Came a faint voice from high above them. It was Miss Smith. She was trapped in a pterodactyl's nest on a tree branch hanging way out over a steep ravine. The flying dinosaur must have snatched her up and put her in the nest. We have to save her, everyone cried. I have a plan, said Zach. He quickly told the class what to do. They broke off branches and some of them climbed the tree. When they reached the nest, they thrashed their leafy weapons around until they scared the pterodactyl away. Miss Smith collected herself and carefully climbed out of the nest and down the tree. Thank you, class, you saved me, Miss Smith said. Now I think it's time we finish reading this story and go back to our classroom. She started reading, and by the time she got to the last line, the dinosaurs, the explorers, and the lost world had gone back into the book and their classroom. They had returned to normal. Everything from the story had returned into the book except for one thing. Somehow, Zach was able to hold onto a pterodactyl egg. The class crowded around the egg for a closer look. Then they heard it, a tiny scratching sound, then a louder tapping, and then an even louder cracking. And then screech! The little flying reptile burst from its shell and flapped around the room over their heads before they could close their open mouths. The baby pterodactyl flew out the window and up into the sky. As Zach watched the winged creature soar off into the clouds, he couldn't help but think of all the wonderful places reading Miss Smith's incredible storybook had taken them. I wonder what tomorrow's story will be. The end. I just love that. How cool would that be, though, if we could make our storybooks just come alive like that? Oh my goodness. The things, I mean, I'd be a little scared because the first book had crocodile and whale. I don't really want a crocodile in the library. I'd be a little scared. Would you guys? I would be. Let's see. Hi, Miss Bev Dockin. Bev, I see you jumped on. I don't know if you know this or if you were on right away, but you, ma'am, were the winner of Friday's little library week contest, and you have now won a $10 gift card to Crosby Chiropractic massage chair. So get all feeling good and stuff. I will send that in the mail to you. Hi, Wyatt. I hope you're doing good, buddy. Good to see you. You're an all-star. Thanks for showing up every day, man. I appreciate it. Well, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope everybody is healthy and happy and you're all being kind. I will see you tomorrow right here at 3 o'clock.